In this series, we are going to be focusing on the basics of sketching in SolidWorks. From how to start a sketch, to understanding sketch relations and adding dimensions, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to get going with SolidWorks sketching. Sketches can be created in parts, assemblies, or 2D drawings, but by far the most common application is within a part file, in order to define the shape of a 3D feature. Part files are built up of features, and the majority of these use sketches to define their size and shape. Before we can create a sketch, the first thing I'm going to do is create a new part file. Once the part file is open, we have the choice of 3 planes: front, top, and right. Planes are infinite 2D work surfaces that we can choose in order to create sketches on. The plane that you choose will determine the orientation of your final part file, so make sure to pick the correct plane for the sketch that you intend to draw. So for example, if you are planning to sketch a profile that captures your design looking at it from the front, that sketch would be created on the front plane. Similarly, the right and top planes would be used when you want to capture a shaped profile from the right or top. For this example, the plane doesn't really matter, so I'll just pick the top plane. With the top plane selected, in order to create a new sketch, I'm going to head over to the Sketch tab and click the first icon on the menu, Sketch. This places me in a new sketch. SolidWorks automatically adjusts the orientation of this first sketch so that you are looking perpendicular to the sketch plane. This is referred to as Normal To. Normal To can be automatically prompted anytime a sketch is created or edited, and the option to enable this is here under System Options. If you decide to work with this option disabled, you can manually prompt Normal To from the orientation menu, which is prompted by tapping the spacebar. It's this icon here. You may notice that this icon appears in a few different places across the interface too, so it can be selected from whichever location is most convenient. Make yourself familiar with the locations that Normal To appears, as it is frequently used throughout the part and assembly environments. It's easy to get confused with where you are up to when working in SolidWorks, and often beginners lose track of whether they are in a sketch or not. There are a number of indicators showing that you are in a sketch. The Sketch button will be pressed in on the Sketch tab. There will be a sketch in the Feature Manager on the left-hand side, and importantly, this will be displayed below the rollback bar. Confirmation corner will be displayed in the top right of the viewport, enabling you to accept or exit the sketch. And it also says in the bottom right hand corner, Editing Sketch. So if you are ever unsure whether you are in a sketch or not, just look out for those indicators. Let's take a look now at the types of sketch geometry we can create. On the Sketch tab, you will see there are icons for line, circle, arc, rectangle and slot, as well as a number of other tools. When a sketch tool is selected, the cursor changes from a selection arrow to a pencil, and the selected tool will also be displayed underneath the pencil too, in this case a line. So again, this is a great bit of feedback to help you understand exactly where you are in the process. Slightly later on, we will look at adding dimensions to our sketches. When the dimension tool is selected, the pencil icon is replaced with a selection arrow, and the dimension tool shown underneath. At any point, if you need to deselect a tool within a sketch, you can either click it again from the Sketch tab menu or tap Escape on the keyboard. The indicator that no sketch tool is selected will be that your cursor returns to an arrow. Although not specific to sketching, as you are likely at the beginning of your journey to learning SolidWorks, it is also useful to understand how to navigate the viewport whilst sketching. We've already discussed the Normal To feature, which allows you to look normal to the selected sketch plane, but you will also want to zoom in and out and pan. To zoom in and out, use the scroll wheel on your mouse. To pan, hold Ctrl on your keyboard and click down the scroll wheel. Although we are working in a 2D sketch, you will find that this sketch can be rotated within the 3D space too. This can be really useful and aid the selection of certain reference points and edges, but when first getting used to sketching, it can make things confusing. I would recommend that to begin with, try and stay normal to the sketch. So if you do accidentally rotate into a 3D view, which is done by clicking and holding the scroll wheel, tap the spacebar and choose Normal To reset the view. Great, so that lays out some of the basic principles of starting a sketch and understanding the types of feedback we will be seeing as we are working. In the next video, we'll be taking a look at creating some sketch geometry and the different ways to do this. And if you need to create marketing material and assembly instructions, why not try Cadacio? Turn your SolidWorks files into interactive 3D presentations that you can share online. Sign up today and try for free at cadacio.com.